On the phone, joining us live now, Dave Bialke. Dave, can I sue Tevin?
It's not my area of practice. I got to gently push away from that one.
Yes,
you got a work comp injury, and then you got a workers' comp injury. I'm happy to represent you. That's what I do.
What's happening?
The rest of it, you're on your own.
We are talking to a man, ladies and gentlemen, who, like me, has a wife that's far too good for him. So we do have that in common, Dave.
Absolutely, yeah. And then we have the same trials and tribulations from that. People think it's it's great, but it's not always that way.
No, never mind. I don't even go down that. There's some people don't like it. They don't like it. It's like, well, how did you get in that club? It's like, shut up, leave me alone.
That's what they say. They think it's great, but you and I have talked about this before. Every time there's an argument between us two and one of my family members is around, they always take her side. It doesn't matter. It could be as obvious as whatever, but they always take her side because it's who she is.
It is understandable. So how's biz for you these days, Dave? Things, I see you can't say to a lawyer, a personal injury lawyer, or any lawyer, "Oh, how's it going today? Is it a great day? You're making some dough?" So you just can't even reference that, can you?
Exactly. It's like an orthopedic surgeon. Oh, how's today? Any broken bones come in?
Exactly.
I make my living on other people's unfortunate injuries at work, but that's what they need, someone to help them out. That's what I do. So, business is steady as usual.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Now, for people who are listening who might have a problem, how do they get a hold of you? What's it all about? Is it a long, drawn-out See, that's the one thing I'm asking personally. When somebody signs up, to the rule makers, do they try to make it as long and drawn-out process as they can to figure you're just going to give up eventually? Do they still do that kind of thing?
Oh, they do it frequently. And the insurance companies, they try to make it as long and painful as possible so people just walk away. And that I had many claims over the years that I've had either clients that said, I'm sick of this. I just can I just walk away? So of course you can, but you really don't want to. But insurance companies also do it before they ever see an attorney. People get injured at work. You don't just go to an attorney right away because the insurance company starts paying weekly benefits and medical benefits and so forth. But then down the road, they drag it out and they want the people just to say, I'm done with this. And they just walk away. And then they've won out.
Yeah, that is very true. Has personal injury gotten better? Has it gotten, by better, I mean lessened? Has it gotten bigger? There are more people, obviously, doing different things. Are we a safer society than we used to be as far as the workplace is concerned? How have things changed in like the last 20, 30 years?
Well, I've been doing this for 31 years. So I have seen changes in my career. And I will say that, yes, workplaces are safer these days. I mean, injuries do occur. They occur regularly. But if you turn the clock back to the years in the past, yes, we are a safer society. There's a lot of injuries that there's really no way to get around them, like repetitive injuries to knees and shoulders and so forth. They will happen. But other traumatic injuries certainly are fewer now than they were years ago. I've seen it, and I'm sure even before I did this, there was much more significant injuries out there on a regular basis.
So can I sue if the people on the show hurt my feelings?
Oh, you'd be suing every day from what I
see.
Dave.
Every day, baby.
And the thing is, I think that you're probably a little bit softer out there, but they take you as you are. So if you're the eggshell type, that one little thing puts you over the edge, they take you as you are, and
you're. That's a good thing.
So, that being said, emotional distress, it is a work injury. Sometimes can be very difficult to prove because we're bombarded everywhere in life with various things that hit us, and then we have to deal with them. But theoretically, is it out there? Yes. As a practical matter, emotional distress without something really significant is a pretty much an uphill climb.
Dave, do some people not like to claim, well, I know I got hurt at work, I broke my ankle or whatever, but I don't know if I want to go. Are some people reluctant to kind of, and I'm talking about protect themselves? They're kind of like, well, I want to stay out. Even though I'm the one that got hurt, I don't want to cause trouble. Minnesotans can kind of be like that, can't they?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I have discussions with my clients all the time. I say, it's your claim. You do what you want to do, whether it's go forward with it or not. But your employer has insurance for a reason because it's required by the law, and you're injured. You have to take care of yourself. Now, workers' comp is a no-fault system, meaning it doesn't matter how the injury occurred, whether it was 100% the employer's fault or the 100% the employees or somewhere in between. The benefits are the same, and it can be very difficult to convince people that, hey, it is what it is. You got injured. You can either walk away from it and then later likely regret that you walked away, or you did something about it. You maximize whatever benefits the system has. A lot of benefits the system doesn't have, but at the same time, it's the best we got. So we have to deal with it.
And you're kind of touching on this, the idea of walking away. So is there anything available for people if, like, let's say I have an accident at work and I think it's like, oh, I'm fine. And like a year down the line, I'm not. Can people retroactively do anything about that? Or is it just once that's shut, that's shut?
They can, but then you can be dealing with notice issues. You can be dealing with statute of limitations issues that, if you don't give notice and you don't file your claim, and then, months down the road, oh, by the way, I got injured back in February. Well, you never gave notice. Yeah. Well, I thought it was, I just didn't want to. Well, that's the worst answer, is I didn't want to. Yeah. There are a couple ways around it. If it's insignificant injury, we have, especially if you work in a construction, a trade or something, they have, aches and pains all the time. So it wasn't anything significant. And hey, this little, twinge I had in my back, I just didn't think anything of it until later on it became more significant. Well, then we can get around it that way. But generally, if you're hurt at work, you got to tell someone. That's the best rule from the start.
Okay. That makes total sense. I bet you there's still people out there that think, oh, I don't want to do this. I know I got hurt at work and it wasn't my fault and I should file a claim, but I don't want to stir the pot because they'll fire me. You can't get fired over filing a claim. I got to believe you're better protected than that.
You are. Now,
Good.
You can be fired for other reasons, but...
you talk about me personally?
You and anyone else, yeah.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, if you file a claim, you cannot be fired because you filed a claim. Now, employers can, if they're unhappy, then they'll start, bringing up other reasons why we were thinking of firing them a year ago or a month ago or whatever. And they can come up with the reasons, so it might be difficult. But under the law, you cannot be fired just for filing a claim.
See, I think some people are afraid of that. It's like, well, they're going to end up hating my guts, and then they're going to all turn on me, and then I'm never going to have another peaceful day at work. They can't do that to people, can they?
Theoretically they can't, but employers do that. The real world is things like that happen. It's very unfortunate, but I do understand why people are reluctant to make claims for those reasons, and I school them as to what I'm thinking, and they make their own decision because, it's their claim, it's their life. But, I'm here for a reason when I'm representing them.
Well, and I'll say this, I've known you for quite some time now, and it's one of those situations where you're a very even keel guy. I've never seen you get way over the top, angry, way over the top. You're a very even keel guy. So if somebody's going to come and see Dave Bialke, they're going to need an even keel guy who knows what the hell he's doing. You're going to help them out. Some people are still afraid of lawyers, I guess.
Well, they are. We can be intimidating at times, whether sometimes not, even if we don't mean to be intimidating, we can be intimidating to them. The problem with lawyers, well, there's many, but one that I'm going to touch on is typically you're dealing with a lawyer at a tough time in your life. Okay, whether it be, family law or criminal law or, other areas. In my area is workers' compensation, which is you're injured at work, whether it be a specific injury, you fell off a ladder, or something that your shoulder's killing you from, working as a carpenter for 35 years. So these type of things, it's not a pleasant time. And so you're dealing with now you have a lawyer in your life, which you didn't. It's not like you just went out one day, hey, I want to have a lawyer in my life. No, it happens because it happens. And so, it can be a tough time.
Well, Dave, I want to check in with you once in a while and see, how things are going with everybody. Are there periods in the year that tend to be not really dangerous for. Are there more injuries any particular time of the year? I suppose the busier the business gets, the more likely someone might run into something. But is there a particular time of the year where it's like, oh God, I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is there one period where it just happens to go on that people get injured more often?
Winter tends to be the people that are working tend to get injured more because of ice and other conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Summer, there's more people working, especially in the trades. So they kind of balance each other off. There's reasons for more in the summer and the winter, so they kind of balance themselves off. I get calls from people right around this time into November when people are laid off.
Oh, sure.
They had an injury from before, and the employer was accommodating. They had a 30-pound lifting restriction or a 20-pound overhead restriction or something like that. Then the employer was accommodating them, but now they're laid off, and they're like, "What do I do now? Just go on unemployment?" Well, I encourage them to call me because workers' comp benefits can continue if you're laid off, and that can be actually a pretty significant benefit. So I get a lot of calls this time of year for that, and I encourage people to do that, to call me.
I think it's a wonderful deal. I know we only got about 1 minute left, but I tell you, AJ and Tevin and I would all like to have you answer a question. The three of us would like to file a suit against Brittany for making us feel bad. Can we do that?
Oh, absolutely. It's,
I would like to countersue Bialke, and I'm already
too bad. We already got the best in the biz with Dave Bialke.
Yeah.
So
I'm retaining you right now. So.
Oh, okay.
Well, we will countersue your countersue.
Oh no, Bialke, get ready for some paperwork.
Well, hey, as long as I come out in the end, it's all good.
Exactly, Dave. How do people get a hold of you?
Call me at 763-571-2410 or look me up online, bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. I got a website. You can click on there and get a hold of me.
Magnificent. Come back soon, Dave. Thank you.
I'll look forward to it. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Dave Bialke, ladies and gentlemen.